Hello everybody, thank you so much for waiting for me to make another video. It's been quite a while, but as you can tell, a little bit of a scenery change around here. I am no longer in the old house, we're in the new place, and it is much quieter here. There is no one making noise in the neighborhood. Can't hear the birds because the doors and windows are thicker. And the guy who lives below me drives a bus for a living, and he's gone for like weeks at a time, so rarely will I have any video interruptions if I try to record here. So, I did make a replay the other day of something that I've been meaning to film. One time I filmed an entire Endless Tower run and the replay was like 2 hours and it was just the biggest pain to record parts of it, so I didn't really do too many recordings of it. You'll see my old Seeker recording that just has some music to it. But this time I actually got a decent Entweihen and Seeker on replay, and I will do a little guide of how to kill Entweihen on a genetic if you're fortunate enough to make it to floor 100 of ET. So, let's start out with the gear real quick before we jump into the video. I'm going to switch the gear in a second for you. So what we're going to wear is Evil Snake Lord glasses. Definitely not necessary. You could use anything. Really good choice if you have a slow cart cannon like me is an Isla carded mid headgear. That will just make your demonic fire proc the 50% cast time reduction, make everything a little bit easier. Got runaway magic dex boots, anti-arrow pendant, most important piece of gear for this. You must have the Erendi Embassy card. Deviant Fallen Angel Wing, cheapen it with the GTB shield because there's a lot of magic that happens here. You might be able to beat it without the GTB wearing an Alice, but you'd have to wear immune. Palace Guard because everything that's attacking me is ranged and neutral since I have the GTB to block the magic. And right now we are using Holy Cannonballs. Everything on here is boss, everything on here is demon. If you have a Gloom card, you can cruise through this floor a lot faster than me, specifically 80% faster. So what you want to do is lay down your demonic fires, make sure you got a bunch of bottle grenades because you're going to try to proc runaway magic to make your cart cannon insta-cast and about double damage. Right now I'm chipping away with the 85k cart cannons, between 80 and 85. I'm not sure if I had any int food for this. No, didn't have any int or dex food at this point, but that would have helped insanely. Oh, there we go, look. Popped it into dex food right there. Yeah. More damage. Had a blessing scroll, that's killer. So I switched to the Royal Guard for a second there. And then I believe I'll switch back to the GTB once I realize that I'm dying. But let's see. It'd be kind of cool if I forgot to wear the GTB and made this video without a GTB. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna realize, yeah, right there. It's like, why is magic hitting me? Okay, back to the GTB. Don't run forward like that, misclicking and putting a Numa down in front of it. It's bad news. But with the blessing and int food, cart cannon damage is a lot. I choose to lay down my demonic fire over there because it's going to hit 2 creatures instead of 1. It's not the damage of the demonic fire I'm really worried about. It's more that double the proc chance. So take out that one thorn. He's really the big pain. Just stops everything. He's just a regular thorn. I can't remember what they're... Yeah. That's Thorn of Magic. Thorny Skeleton. That's the first one too. Thorn of Magic has a lot of magic spells. You don't need to kill all the things on this floor because all you need to do is kill Entweihen up here in the top and then everything will disappear. Problem with that is the more you have on the map while you're trying to fight him, the more are going to heal him if they're the recovery thorns, which are right here. They're on 4 corners of him in like a diamond pattern. But I'm not too sure why I didn't take out the recovery thorn right away because they have the lowest health of all and you can prevent the healing that's obviously going on in this magic thorn. He's healing 10,000 every 3-4 seconds. It's quite a bit of healing that's going on, but I guess that I was more preoccupied with just getting rid of the magic thorn so I could move along and get a good aim at the healing one. So this is the Thorn of Recovery. It's a ghost defense. So everything else you're going to use Holy. For the recovery ones, you use Ghost. Should be able to take it out pretty quickly. Make sure to walk your Homunculus back here to cast anything on it, since it will be getting hit all the time. And when you see the damage drop down from like 80k to 8k, basically 10%, that's because the plants, or the thorns, skeletons, whatever they are, they cast Defending Aura and reduce range damage by 90%. It's great if you have Dispel. If you have a Sork, you can obviously do that. It makes life easy. Another trick that you can do, I haven't tried it because I sold my Randigris card that I had, never had a chance to use it, but Dispel does proc from the Randigris card, and it procs on plants attacking. So if you have Summon Flora and you lay down a bunch of plants on Entweihen, and if they have enough hit and his flea is low enough, his flea is low enough, then you should be able to proc Dispel on him without needing to come near him. So you shouldn't be getting magically attacked. He'd probably start doing Meteor Storm and stuff, but I think that you'd be able to do it. We'll have to try one time if somebody wants to loan me a Randigris card that's inside of a sword or a mace, which is probably not going to happen. So we've moved along, and we're now killing the 2 magic thorns that are up here. I think one's Thorn of Magic, the other's Thorny Skeleton. This is just getting us a clear shot at Entweihen so that we do not get pulverized by attacks and magic while we're fighting. There's our Runaway Magic proc, and cue the melting of these things. God, if only that procced all the time, but then it wouldn't be as special. So we've moved on to the last Thorny Skeleton, who is in our view. Gonna lay down the Demonic Fire on top of Entweihen because there's the most proc chance. There's 3 plants there. Stay away from the plant in case it Numa's on top of it and you have to waste time or Crazy Vines it. And chip away. It's the only thing that, if you're going to solo Entweihen, it's going to be quite a deal of time. So it's not a rush to, trust me, it's not a rush to get there and kill him as fast as you can solo. Tried it. It's a lot messier. Your best bet is to clear out all of the healing thorns and get rid of the ones that I've gotten rid of. Anything else is not really too necessary to get rid of, but you really do want to get rid of as many as possible in a solo situation. And see right there, you can see it cast Defending Aura. It's not taking any range damage. But that runs out fairly quickly on those. Unfortunately, on Entweihen, he has it up the whole time that you're fighting him, so your Cart Cannon is going to be doing a ton less damage than you would hope. But, again, Valk card, possibly the savior for genetic soloing here. Possibly completely useless. Never tried. Alright, now we've got our clean shot at Entweihen. You want to lay down your Demonic Fire and start Cart Cannoning away. You can bomb him for about twice the damage of Cart Cannon, and with a Keel card on, it is pretty decent, but it's really not worth it. You have to use like 100 bomb to kill him, so definitely not worth it. I'd rather just Cart Cannon, especially since in this position with your Endeavor card, as long as you got a couple pots, you're fairly safe. You see the damage just picks up like crazy when Numa runs out because that's all I'm taking. I'm not taking magic damage because of the GTB. I'm just taking all that ranged physical neutral. And it would be tough with a Sirajin here to painkiller yourself with all the attacking going on, but it would really help. I think that you may be able to pull off no GTB as long as you had Syrah. Alright, we had a nice Runaway Magic proc in there, so we chopped down the 2 plants and Entweihen. It's kind of a shame that the plants go away because then you have 2 less proc chances at the Runaway Magic. But since Entweihen's a mini boss, it's nice you can see his HP meter here. And we are getting close. An important thing to remember about Entweihen though is if you do die, As soon as he stops taking damage, he starts a 60-second loading bar of a full heal. So if you do not do damage to him for a minute and you let that loading bar reach the top, he's back to full health. So Entweihen's not one where you can like chop down, mess around a little bit, restock, come back. You're going to come back to another 2.2 million health. So make it happen in one go. That's why it's important to clear out everything. And check it out. You don't have the token. Perfect. So that is how you solo Entweihen Crothen. Maybe one day when I'm feeling insane, I'll try it with an Alice, but for now, let's just say that if you want to do the entire Endless Tower on your own, you should probably have access to a GTB.